Urban Grind TV. 20 seasons, 10 years. Yep.
On Urban Grind Radio.
Welcome back to Urban Grind Radio. It's your girl Miranda Wright. Of course, I'm still holding it down, but everybody that's on this panel with me right now is very special. First person I want to say is special is holding it down with me.
Word. I'm honored to be here. I'm just doing my part.
That's Wally.
Y'all
know that voice.
For leading from the front. That's my part.
Wally. Okay, who we got in the building, Wally?
So it's my pleasure to introduce a really awesome couple of individuals that happen to be like entrepreneurs, educators, producers, artists, directors. Like, I listen, the resume goes on and on and on. So I'm honored to have them here. They're here because they got a brand new project out. Urban Grind Radio would like to welcome Jameisha Trice and Bravo. What's happening?
What up?
What's up? Thank you, Wally.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
That's actually dope. He just named like 50 things.
Listen, I can't even cover them all. Like,
oh man.
Very just it's power couple.
Yep.
Power
dope.
Couple is something that like you can hit. The team, the dynamics of the team is just really crazy. I've had opportunity to work with both of them and on different levels, and it's just been awesome. So I'm just proud to have them here today. And actually, my man Bravo, and Jameisha did a couple of joints on Jazz's project.
Yeah.
So they got some on the warm up project, and so I got to actually see like them in action. So that's even cooler, like knowing somebody, but actually going into a studio and watching them create stuff and make magic. It's awesome. So it's like you have like a whole nother level of respect for it. So
you know
big salute.
Yeah.
That's dope,
Jazzo,
right?
Yeah.
That is dope. He's a legend.
Yeah.
and by you getting a placement with a legend, like that's just beyond. You understand what I'm saying? Like like you say, doing your whole production process, because I'm gonna say when we first sat down, you was like, turn my earphones down. I know it has to be like I mean, because you gotta listen to stuff over and over again. Like, do you ever just like, okay, I'm done?
I do. I mean, you have to with anything. You have to. You got to rest. Yeah. And your ears are a muscle. And so if you lift weights all day, even if it's 1 pound, at some point that 1 pound is gonna start to feel like 1,000 pounds to your arms. And so you have to give yourself silence. Just in general, even people don't realize that even in music notation, rest is part of music. That silence is there to add something to the music. So whenever you break away from the music, you go silent so that you can replenish your well. So when you go back to the music, you can hear.
Technical. See what I'm saying? And I don't think I gave him even the whole thing. So if you wouldn't mind giving the people out here, the listeners, just a little bit of sauce, like who you worked with, what you do, man. Just because I know, like, even since I talked to you last, I know last time there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
I always give honor to God because I'm very blessed and privileged to do what I do for a living. I always get to say I wake up every day, I live a dream. I get to work with amazing artists from different walks of life. I respect the craft. I really do. I respect the music. I've been a child of music, my whole life. I've always had a deep love and appreciation for it. Went to school, studied it professionally, never really wanted to do anything else. And just, was able to see kind of like beyond the veil and then just carve out a self, in the space for yourself. It's like, what do you really want to do? And so, now, I mean, I'm always a record producer. I'm currently in the studio with Josh K. Shout out to Josh K. He got the So Tough out with Fabulous right now. Go support that. Also in the studio with GLC finishing his new project.
The Ism.
The Ism, man. Listen, the Ism got a crazy project.
Yeah.
And
Church.
Wiz is on there.
I won't give out all his features because
sorry.
But
Oops, cut
cool.
that.
No, but he has a great lineup. To really support him on this project. As you see, Kanye just dropped the Spaceship. You know, was that Spaceship? I think it's You know, and you know that record as alone was a classic record, and the video never came out. Yeah. You know, like the video just never came out. It was one of those records that just kind of, you know, it was like one of those. It was a classic song and never had a video. And
they put it out.
And then Ye, you know, I don't know the full backstory, but I definitely know that Ye sat on the video for a while, and then finally he was just like, "Yo, let's put out the video." And I guarantee, and 12 years, I'm guessing, 13 years.
It was a long time. It was over a decade, for sure.
Yeah, and so he just put that out. Man, who else? What else working on? Shout out to, you know, Jameisha. You know, like, you know, Jay right now got the drip. You know, she putting out, you know, music. And I'll let the cat out of the bag on this one. Like, you know, she has a whole nother project attached to it. It's kind of funny what happens sometimes. Like, you'll start a project and then projects turn to projects. Yeah. It'll be like sub projects in the middle of it, or like what'll happen is it's kind of like it's like the creative rabbit hole that happens sometimes. We get in, we'll lock in, and the next thing you know, it's like, okay, we got a dope record, or we got something dope. You look up, like, man, we 7 deep. Then you look up, then you like at 20, and then it's like, oh wow, or like we took a whole direction, and now within that you fell off into this vibe for the weekend. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, now you have a whole dance project, right? And so that's what like Jay is doing, where like, you know, now it's like that one record alone is a whole nother project of just remixes.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask her, is it two different sounds?
Yeah, and
it sounds from everywhere, from Japan to Brazil. We got Chicago. We got all around the world. Steve So Curly is doing the official remix.
Yeah.
The official house remix. We're gonna drop one with them, and then we just got producers, dope ass producers.
Wow.
I ain't gonna say all the names, but you know, about to have.
Seems exciting.
Yeah, so it is exciting.
Right.
Because music is so amazing right now. Like I was just saying, like, you know, we had a little period where I think it was a little rough patch in music, but I feel like music is like some of the best music we're hearing right now is coming out, like, seriously. Because it's, you know, it's what's going on, and all of that coupled, it's just like this big pot of gumbo now, and people and all their experiences and things right now is like being, you know, fed into the music.
I'm gonna second you on that one, because it's like with music and artists, it's like today it seemed like people the industry is allowing artists to be themselves.
Yes.
And
it's like that. And
I see that
everybody, it was like everybody
you have to do this, or you have to do that.
The individuality, that's
it's
what makes it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it if I can't be me. Like, right. I don't care. It's like I'm not gonna be in no cage.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's just do you, you know?
Because there's always somebody else that's similar to you, or
that's
can relate to you or your story. So
absolutely.
That's a good thing that the industry has opened their ears to that. Yeah. You know.
Well, I think it's been here. I mean, even you can sell poop. It's called manure. You understand? And it's like it's called manure. You know what I mean? And like it's like fertilizer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's where fertilizer comes from. It comes from waste. But that waste has a value to somebody. And it's like kind of going back to marketing. If you find a space for yourself in this business, then it's your space. Right. Now everybody else might not want it, but these people want it. True. So it's like, there you go. Find your market.
Definitely.
And rock it out.
Those are jewels. Your niche.
Rock it out.
It's crazy. Like even looking back now, like my very first record that I put out is selling for $50 a copy.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro.
And that's that's actual record.
It's a CD.
A CD, right?
Yeah.
So that's like it's something you can take home.
Physical. It's a whole market for that.
People don't know about that.
I have music in 50 stores right now in Japan.
That is
like
dope.
It's crazy.
You want to hear something real crazy?
It's crazy.
I'll tell you something crazy. Jameisha has fans that bought her one CD for $650.
Wow. Because they wanted it.
They wanted it, and they bid like for it, and I'm just like, are you kidding me?
So you put up like an auction.
Yeah, it was an auction.
What made you guys do that?
You know what's funny? I look, and I promise, when people say that you have fans, and you know, and I'll say this one, and literally, right now, Jameisha should, like, technically for the day, she should be on Billboard, because she just sold 250 copies at one time of a CD. for someone who wanted to order. There's more than like 500.
It was one person that wanted to order that many, and I was just like, it's a market for everything and for everybody. And this CD is like,
and if you want to pull copies,
you know?
right now, go to Billboard and find out how many people sold 200 actual, even big name artists. People are streaming, but even still find out who
CDs
has sold
now.
physical CDs and physical product this week.
That's crazy. Like, places like, people don't know this, but Japan never lost their market there. They never lost interest. They still have like
I'm thinking
a whole market that purchases CDs for those people out there that are looking,
that's what I was gonna say.
The
guy who put that order in, he's gonna flip that.
Yeah.
Like 2, 3, 4. So like your product is that valuable that it has resale value. That's a crazy resale. That's the definition of a product.
Yeah. But I only gave them a 2-month exclusive.
Right.
That's it.
But
that's all y'all
start.
get.
That's all they need.
Yeah,
right?
That's all y'all get though. It's cool. And that's just in one general area. Like,
isn't it ironic though? Is this ironic? Because like Japan is like, right, so that's Sony and a bunch of other companies. They're very technologically advanced, right?
Right.
And they
but they're
back.
using CD format, and that's the
love
value of it.
CDs. Yo, France is another place they really
they love it.
Shout out to France. Shout out to Superfunk.
And Brazil, they love.
But that goes back to the thing is like, don't you miss opening the CD up and looking at the lyrics and looking at the
liner
stuff,
notes? Like, I would buy the CD just for the liner notes, man.
Yeah.
But now it's different because people just drop so much content, so you still get a different experience, and I like that experience too. So it's like, it's cool.
I tell you what, I don't miss cassette tapes.
Oh my God, cassettes! It took so long because we CD babies and we're streaming in CD babies, and so it's like, oh my God, this is taking forever. But the sonic quality was so dope.
Yeah.
That tape just gave you a richness that you didn't get with the CDs. You lost the quality, some quality with it.
What gets you guys up in the morning to go to the studio, like together to continue to do it? You probably got hundreds of songs together, right? Probably just not, maybe dozens.
Dozens. We definitely got hundreds.
You got hundreds of songs.
Yeah, we
together.
definitely got.
I think if you take that, like, not just together, all included, we definitely in the thousands.
Yeah.
That you might have wrote on
Right,
or
exactly,
produced.
right.
That's what I mean. They're collaborative because you guys both.
It's in the thousands.
Thousands. See,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm asking. What wakes you up in the morning to say, I'm gonna do like number 1,452 today? You know what I mean? Like, what is it?
Man, it's a secret because I love the fact that they able to do it. Like they'll do a couple. How hard that is.
We work with a lot of people. Like I started writing, like with some, like even like young, like writing, tracks, and No ID sending me tracks and giving me tracks, and all these people, interns and everybody. Like I've worked with and written with a lot of different names, and it's just music is constantly changing, and I love that. It's like this organic thing that always grows, and it helps me to continue to grow as a person, and I love it. And honestly, it's therapy for me.
Oh, because I was just gonna ask you
it's
that.
therapy. It's like it's the escape that you need sometimes, to give you that fresh perspective, and just that shift in you and heal some things too. Because when you singing and when you in there, you pouring out your heart and everything, that's like purging some of that energy, in and out at the same time, and you need that.
So with the music changing as you just stated, do you find it to be a struggle sometimes to get that formula, or do you get it right on?
I don't know. Lately, I've been on, man. It's like soon as I get in, I just be falling all the way in the drip. Like me and him, we just get in, and we've been going live a lot. So y'all make sure y'all check us out on Facebook, on our lives, and on Instagram, on our lives, and Twitch. On Bravo Radio.
Drop it.
Bravo Radio.
Bravo Radio.
Yeah, go on Bravo Radio, and man.
That Bravo, that's with a 7. B is with a 6. So
yeah. 6 RAVO.
Yeah.
And like we be doing whole sessions. Ain't nobody doing that right.
Yeah.
Some people don't do whole sessions.
How do you describe your music then? Because it's so versatile. You cover so many different genres. how when somebody asks you like, what kind of music do you do?
I think now the correct term is probably production house.
Yeah, we're
production house because it's funny you say that because when I first started getting into the music industry, that was kind of something that I ran into my early space because I'm such a student of music. It's like I walk in through the door and I would have all these genres of music blended into one. Yeah. And it was like it would be jazz, it'd be classical, it'd be rap, it'd be this, and it'd be like, what the hell? It's like, kid, you gotta split this stuff up. And which I'm very glad because what it does make you do is it makes you understand where things need to be and where things need to be placed.
He's a king of arranging
and then what it does is it makes you understand how to bring different elements in from other genres and then place it in the record to say, hey, this record is this, but we can borrow this. Just like if you listen to Tribe Called Quest, they all those drums and all those were like jazz samples. Like you look at hip hop is a birth child of jazz and soul, disco, all these other things. So it's kind of like, hey, we're gonna keep this part of it, but we're gonna put this in, and so
a remix of
it. And that's it. And so it really just helps you to understand where and how to you sometimes genre blend per se, where it's like, hey, I need to do a disco record, but I need it to be 2020. I need to have these 70s elements in it, but I need these 2020 elements in it. Just how to bring sound.
That fusion.
Yeah, and also I do a lot of things for sync as well on a post side. So you have to be able to kind of blend in music.
Genre bend.
Yeah, you got a genre bend.
Yeah.
Understand, hey, I need this part to be this, I need this part to be that. It's an R&B record, but then we're gonna bring in a classical section to do this. We're gonna bring a gospel choir in for this part. Just understanding how to bring the worlds in. And it's like I have fun. Like I say every day, man, I get a chance to live a dream. I get a chance to just go in and make music for a living and have fun. And a good part, just a blessing is that people, trust your taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like the simple thing that anybody, whoever does anything from cooking, video, shooting movies, graphic design or dance, you just want people to really appreciate your work.
Yeah.
And then the fact that people appreciate your work and you get paid for it.
Yes.
It's kind of like, hey, you get the...
But you guys are technicians.
Right.
Listen, they're so technical. I've been in a lot of studios, right? But when I sat with you, and I've only seen less than 1% probably of anything. Mm-hmm. And I was just tripped out. I was like,
really?
This is... Yeah, it's a whole other vibe. And we got to work at 2 different studios together. So you had 2 different vibes, right?
Okay.
And just the music he would pull out and the tracks, and then you'd hear arrangement. He's like, that ain't no sample, I made that. And and it was every when he's talking about this guy's Bravo is this technical, where he breaks down everything, and those stuff I thought was samples. It was Jameisha. It was they were just flipping it. But listen, this man and this lady are there wizards, they're technicians, and I've seen it. I'm just excited to see the new stuff you guys come out with, and it's so crazy. I'm glad that you didn't let nobody put a cap on your creativity or put a label. Labels are bad like that, right?
They're terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we have situations.
I won't say not everybody, but
where there were publishing situations in place, and a person well, I can't really rock with you because you don't sound like nobody, and it's like, dang.
But that's what I was gonna say, because there's so many different genres and you guys are working on so many. Is there any rules anymore? Because I just call it music now.
It's still rules.
Okay. So if it's rules, this is what I want to know. What do we call this new hip hop?
You call it music.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's music.
You call it.
What genre would we put that?
It depends on what it is.
The singing rapping. What is that?
Oh, it's melodic rap.
Okay.
I mean, some people call it emo. They call it,
lo-fi.
I don't even. Here's my with any artist I work with. People, let's create and then sort later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very let's make something dope and then we can sort what it is later, because it's I hate going into the studio I want to make a pop record. I want to make this. I want to make that.
Forcing it.
And I'm still. As a creative, I'm like a little kid. You give me a piece of paper and some crayons or some markers or something, and then I'm gonna just scribble something. And then at a certain point, then Wiley say, the technician to kick in. Oh, oh, that's that. Okay, let's, you know, but
Let's do that. Okay.
yeah, now we're gonna go here with it. But the original part is like, man, whatever you do, just sit there, get a piece of paper, get some crayons and some markers, and start coloring. Next thing you know, and just let life guide your hands. Then after a while, like, don't think about what you're doing, just
Let it go.
Let it go.
You know what? That's so dope, man. I'm so like intrigued and want to get involved and see you guys live in the sessions and Facebook and Instagram. Where can I go and find that? Because I'm sure other people will want to see too.
Yes.
So where we go?
So for me, you go to Jameisha Trice Instagram and Jameisha.Trice on Facebook, and that's pretty much where you can find me. Everything Jameisha Trice everywhere else.
And I'm Bravo Music or Bravo Radio. That's Bravo with a 6. So that's 6 RAVO Music, 6 RAVO Radio. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's Bravo Music, and Twitch. Shout out to Twitch. We've been doing live streaming on Twitch on our sessions.
We were number 3 like what, a week ago.
Yeah, we hit number 5 on Twitch on like our third one.
Yeah.
So
Vibing out, just
it
playing
was
music.
3. Well, we always gonna make it more.
We do our sessions live sometimes. Sometimes I think like, and honestly, listen, shout out to Jay. Last time Jay wrote a smash. It will be the next thing, I guarantee.
On the live session.
Listen, man, live on with IGTV.
We didn't know what we were gonna do before we went on. He was like, "What we gonna do?" I was just like, "Pull up that beat."
Just pull up some stuff.
And
shout out D Flame,
right? Air.
You know
that was shout out
so
definitely to D Flame.
People, labels, like, if they want to work with you, do they come to you? Do you pick out people to work with? Because I know like our listeners are gonna want to know that. Like, man, I want some of that drip, right? They want some heat from the production house. How does that work? How do they get a hold of you for like business? You know, or is it something you gotta find them?
I used to be very like one of those guys. Like, yeah, you gotta find me. The reason I say that is because sometimes, even when you're working with people, you need so much concentration. Like, one thing people don't understand is like how demanding, not to speak in third person, but like how demanding it is to be Bravo. But like even, Jameisha as well, because when I step into that studio, sometimes the time is so tight where it's like we don't have anything to do but focus and make records, like lock in. So if I have a long line of people, sometimes it can become a distraction. It really can become overwhelming, especially for me, because I'm a person where I'm very, very focused. So when I'm in the studio, I'm in the studio, and then the outside world is kind of like third. Check in with the wife, make sure she's good, make sure the boy's okay, and then after that, it's kind of like boom, back to work.
What if they got the bag?
Oh man,
listen, I got the bag. Give me the business line.
Let me tell you something now. It's not just bag no more. We need the right records.
Yes.
Right.
What's up to make it even
tell
bigger
them,
than the bag?
Tell them, what are you looking for? Like, what are they looking? They might fit that. Like, what are they looking for?
Vibes, great energy, great people. Let's get in and let's do what we do. And and I'm a fan of like dope music. I really am. Like I am as much a fan of NWA as I am Earth, Wind and Fire. I'm a fan of Burt Bacharach the same way I'm a fan of Ella Fitzgerald. I'm a fan of Lil Durk the same way I'm a fan of listen, I can listen to King Von, and then I can listen to freaking, Estelle or Adele or Sam Smith or Justin Bieber.
Just dope music.
Yeah, I'm a fan of really dope music.
Right.
So I'm in tune. I have resumes. I have people that I've worked with, even like Young Pappy, who people never knew. Like, damn, like you got a Young Pappy record,
right?
Like, yo, guess what?
What Pappy from?
He was from Northside. God bless him. But it's like I've worked with so many different people, and just different, vibes from all over the place. Because sometimes, even like in Chicago, there are a lot of homies, little homies out here making great records, and we never get in tune with each other. So one thing I've always made a point to do is just, man, to reach out to, and one thing I really, kind of me from like teaching. That's one of the things, I've always liked teaching, and then even like the mass program is being able to get in tune with somebody who's 18 and making music, and then being able to get in tune with what they do, and then show them like, hey, you know, get in tune with this as well, and then make really dope music together. And that's how you really broaden your space. You know, as you talk about like the business, that's how you really start broadening your perspective and horizon, and you start understanding the industry as a whole. So like you know, not to jump back a little bit, that's where the whole production house thing came from, is because guess what? I'm gonna go listen to everybody. I'm gonna go listen to Reese. I'm gonna go listen to Keith. I'm gonna go listen to Anne Marie. I'm gonna go listen to Tink. I'm gonna go get in tune with Twist. I'm gonna go listen to Common. Like, I'm one of the people. I get in tune with the whole city, as many people as I can from the city. I really get in tune, you know, with the people, because it spreads the music out, you know. And then, you know, and I gotta say this. What's on my heart? Our city. We gotta do a better job of collabing.
Say that again.
We have to do a better job
One more time.
of collabing on the artistic level. You know, I would love to see more. You know, whether it's a Ye, a Chance, and a Common record. I want to see enough. You know, I want to see new records from. You know, I don't know.
New school and old school together.
Man, I want to see more. I want to see more records in this space. You know,
like some Crucial Conflict and Lil Durk or something crazy, right?
I would love to see that.
That'd be nasty, right?
I would love to see that.
We're talking into existence right now.
Yes, and that's something. Listen, that's something. Even like to like a lot of hitters. Yo, hey. We'll you know, I'm sorry. We'll take, you know, as a production house, we'll take the cost. You know, pull up to our spot. Listen, we'll knock the records out, man. Let's get it in. You know what I mean?
It's
like, yo,
so
I think we creating history right now.
Yeah, that's.
These guys are beasts. You guys should be teaching classes or something. I'm serious, because
he did it for 5 years. I did it for 2, almost 3, and then I went into career path and career service.
Now the record, the single, before we get out of here, let them know about the single. What's it called? Where's it at? How can we get it?
Yeah, so the new single is Ain't Got Time. It's everywhere right now. Everywhere where music is streaming right now. Ain't Got Time, Jameisha Trice, featuring Bravo with a 6RABO. Mm-hmm. You can go to the website, 6RABO.com.
Produced, right? Engineered. You guys did the.
So I got to shout out. Oh yeah, I got to shout out Tone. Tone is a producer that I worked with back in the days. We dropped a project, and he did this record. It was only right for him to jump in and do this record right here. He's a platinum producer.
Are we gonna get a video?
Yeah, yes. Of course.
All right, so we're gonna premiere the video here at Urban Grind. We gotta bring you back to premiere the video on Urban Grind TV. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. My man got a session he got to get to. Like, literally, he's going to leave out of here and get to the session, man. Big shout out to all our listeners, our viewers, our executive chef, Chef Divine Treats. Big shout out to her. She, like,
shout out.
Good.
I got one shout out.
Go ahead, hit him.
Hey, and I want to shout out. The session I have as well is with Maps. Shout out Maps, man. There's a lot of talented, kids in the program. And listen, amazing talent. Like you talk about that, why you say why I love what I do is really tapping into people like just crazy talents that are 18.
What's the website?
21 years old. Go to mapsformusic.com. Mapsformusic.com. And believe me, it will change your life. You meet some of the greatest people that you have met in your life, and you will work with some of the most talented people. We taking in 30 cohorts. And believe me,
this is a Chicago thing, right?
Yes.
This is made here. We got to support us.
I think I've been to one of their events.
Yeah. It's gonna spread out.
Man, big shout out. Man, thank you so much. The infamous Bravo, Jameisha Trice, Urban Grind Radio. Big shout out to Mobbed Up Water, our sponsor.
Chicago, we love you. Let's make music.
Yeah, hey, man, let's keep it safe out in the streets, man. Peace. Let's go.
This is your girl, Jameisha Trice.
And this is Bravo.
And you're listening to Urban Grind Radio.